Hello, everybody. My name is Sean, and this is the Comic Gamer Movie Show. Today I'm here to review the new Suicide Squad trailer and a lot of the things that DC went over last night, because DC and Marvel both had something going on last night. Marvel had the 75th anniversary of Captain America, which was basically just a rundown of basically just a go through of a historical how important Captain America was during World War II, which during that time he was the most popular superhero. Just basically going over how big Captain America is and why he's such a popular character today, and some little clips from the Civil War, little nitbits, but mostly just talking about Captain America. Then after that, they had the Agent Carter series that has premiered, which I will also review in this, because this is kind of just a roundabout of yesterday's comic news pretty much. So I'm gonna start with the Suicide Squad trailer. The Suicide Squad trailer was perhaps the best trailer I've seen so far. I liked it. I dug it. The second one, the new one that just came out, I dug it more than the Batman vs Superman trailer. I dug it more than the second Batman vs Superman. Way better than Superman Batman vs Superman trailer. I might even dug it more than the X-Men Apocalypse trailer. Didn't dig it more as the Captain America or Deadpool trailer, but it's probably my third trailer this year, because I dug it. The beats, the sound, and the music they picked for it was fitting. Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen is a very fitting song for this circumstances. You get to actually get a little peek inside of the a day-to-day for these guys who've been captured. They're in prison. They're not in a psych ward. They're in prison. Which I think is a good distinction, because they do have Arkham Asylum, but I don't think they're in Arkham Asylum. I think they're in prison. But then they're just in a maximum security prison. And you get this whole vibe, and you hear Rick Flag going down the list of all these people who are going in the group. This guy who create fire, this guy who loves to shoot people a lot. It's all these crazies. Rick Flag's just you gave me a bunch of these crazies. But I'm not sure if they got the device in the back of their head or not. But you do get to see a little bit more of the Joker. I'm still not 100% sold on the style, but I do. But you know what? I'm coming around to it, especially after this trailer, seeing him do he does this one thing where he grabs. I can't wait to show you my toys, and I'm just it's a very Joker-like thing to do. It's a very Joker-like thing to do. Maybe I'm just attached to Heath Ledger, and it's hard for me to just let go. But I don't know. But I did like when he was shooting a machine gun and laughing his ass off. Oh man! And then he had this one really poetic, arty kind of scene where he's laying in a circle full of all these different knives and cutlery and shit, and you're just okay. So I mean, oh. But with the Joker, I'm a little But I liked everything else I saw about the movie. I love that Deadshot finally got his arm cannon guns that he traditionally has in the comic book. Sometimes he has those. He doesn't even have pistols on him a lot of times in the comic book. He just got those arm cannon guns, and he actually has them in the movie. So I was oh cool, Deadshot got his arm cannon guns. Even though Will Smith won't keep that mask on for a minute, and I'm sitting there thinking about it, I'm oh cool, Will Smith got the mask with no, it looks like he's not gonna keep that on very long. It really does. Because Deadshot in the comic, he never takes that damn thing off. But it's Will Smith, so he's gonna take it off. So Harley Quinn, what can I say about her? She is sexy as fuck, Margot Robbie. Even though I got a hint of overacting in this movie, I got a hint of, because there's a certain amount of crazy. There's a way to portray crazy where it really seems authentic and that you're just fucking batshit crazy, and then there's a way of doing it where it seems like you're kind of trying to force crazy where crazy isn't. And then that last scene where she bashes in the fucking windshield and takes out a purse and just we're the bad guys, that's what we do. I'm I mean, okay. I was that didn't have to be there. I already kind of was sold that she was crazy, and I was just that was kind of seeming a little matter of factor crazy. So I'm not 100% sold on that scene. But but this movie is looking more and more up for me. I'm probably gonna go see this movie opening day. Well, maybe not opening day, but I'm probably gonna see this movie. I'm definitely seeing this movie. I'm definitely seeing all these superhero movies. So Suicide Squad second trailer is definitely one of the better trailers I've seen. It's one of the cooler trailers. I loved it. I really did. I dug it. Really dug it. Dug all the characters. Dug all the all the things going on in it. And a bunch of people are gonna die. Although it has left one glaring question to me personally, and If anyone else knows in comment, please someone comment is where the hell is Batman and Superman? For that matter, the Flash, who was supposed to already be in this world. For that matter, like, you just think about things like this when you're watching this fucking movie. And where's Wonder Woman? She's obviously in this world. I don't know if they're gonna set it up to where all this shit's happening at the same time as Batman vs Superman. But even if it is, I don't know, because that's a lot of destruction for Batman. Even if he retired, that's a lot of destruction for him to just go, I'm retired. So I'm a little naughty on that, and Superman definitely would do something about something like that now, wouldn't he? You figure he would. So I'm a little, I'm not 100, I don't know. Like, that's one of the glaring questions to me, and I think it's a fair question, because everyone said the same thing in the Avengers, too. When anything would happen in the Avengers movies, everyone would go, where are the Avengers? I think it's a fair question to ask. Where the hell is this Batman or Superman? At least Batman or Superman. At least Superman. You know what I mean? Because that's a lot of destruction. Now, if it was like a low key, like they were going to like an island in the middle of nowhere. No, this is the middle of a city, from what I see. I mean, where the fuck is Superman or Batman? So kind of leaves me with my little head going, what? So I don't know how that's gonna work out. Oh my God, Margot Robbie's so sexy. I'm pretty sure they pretty much showed a scene where the Joker's pretty much baptizing her, like making her get her, like putting her in some kind of liquid to give her skin. I don't know if that's gonna be stuff that makes her crazy, or is he just giving her skin? I'm not 100% giving her pale skin. I'm not 100% sure, but you'll find out in the movie. That was a pretty intense. I loved the trailer. It was like a adrenaline punch to the face. I loved it. It was a great trailer. Now, on with some other things, then DC talked about their different characters. I mean, you really didn't say anything I didn't know. Like, only thing they confirmed is that there is going to be a Green Lantern Corps movie. The Green Lantern Corps will be a part of, I don't know if they're going to be a part of the first Justice League, but they will be a part of one of them, because they will be a part of one of them. So Green Lantern Corps is coming. It's actually entitled the Green Lantern Corps. So I guess that whole rumor about them having Hal Jordan and John Stewart in a buddy cop movie is accurate, which makes sense because Green Lanterns are basically cops anyway. So a buddy cop movie actually makes a lot of sense with them. So it'd be a black and white thing with a buddy cop movie. So okay, that's kind of cool. So Green Lantern Corps was confirmed. I don't know what story they're gonna go with. They just called it the Green Lantern Corps, so we'll see how that goes. I'm kidding. They talked about Batman vs Superman and Wonder Woman and Aquaman and the Flash and different things like that. And Cyborg, which I'm not really sold on still, even though they kept talking about it. Like, he's like an icon now. I'm like, no, he's not. It kind of made me laugh. Cyborg's an icon now. Oh, he's not? Since when? You mean the Teen Titan? That guy's an icon now? They're playing Cyborg up way too much. I mean, at least when Marvel came out with fucking Captain America, they were just like, it's Captain America. And he earned that shit. He became the Captain America we know. But, like, I don't know about that Cyborg movie. That's the one movie that I'm just like, not the Aquaman movie, because I feel like they're trying way too hard to make Aquaman look badass and be a badass. I'm just like, just let him be who he is, and it's a badass. It's a badass. I mean, a lot of people criticize him, but he's still a badass. You didn't have to let him go out and give him tattoos and make him all tribal and shit, trying to make him look badass. Like, but they try way too hard to make him look badass. Like, it's one thing to, like, give him cool armor. It's another thing to, like, try really hard to make him look badass. So, it's whatever, though. It's whatever. So, yeah, that's pretty much on the DC side of things. And they had a great trailer. And it was a pretty good little images of showing, like, Unite the Seven and whatnot. So, I can't wait to see what that looks like. Then, like I said, they had the Captain America thing, and they were just talking about Captain America, and all these different people were talking about it, and, talking about how far it's come, and talking about how great of a character he is, talking about how great Chris Evans is at playing him, which Chris Evans is great at playing Cap. He's right up there with Robert Downey Jr. So, but, moving on to Agent Carter. I had a 2-hour premiere, so I had a 2-episode premiere, so I gotta review both these episodes. Well, if you're a fan of the original Agent Carter, then you know that she saved the day. You know that she had to help Howard Stark out of a bum situation. Pretty much clearing his name. In the first season was all about clearing his name and all these gadgets he's had and all these gadgets that some freaking weird group is trying to get from Howard. So that whole season was kind of weird about her doing that. Pretty much saving Howard Stark's ass, even though he's a complete dick, and he had Captain America's blood the whole fucking time. The Agent Carter, if you haven't been watching that show, watch it. Especially if you were a fan of Peggy Carter from the Captain America series, because it's all about her. She's a founding member of the Avengers, as she's been shown throughout the movies. If you actually paid attention, and seen the scenes that she would be in throughout the movies, so you know that she's a founding member of the Avengers, and eventually she becomes, and this show is pretty much is showing how Shield got formed in the first place. And even in these new episodes, you got to see the building blocks of Shield starting to form, like, because the SSR is starting to become irrelevant, and they're just like, we're looking for something bigger now. It's gonna be Shield. But anyways, in this new season, like, she actually caught that chick Dottie, which was kind of weird, which was kind of crazy that they do something like that in the beginning of the scene, have her like being out there, but I guess she must be working for someone. And I love Haley Atwell, and she is so great in this role, and I'm digging this show. I watched all 2 hours. I never really changed the channel. And it's a pretty, and the first episode basically was with her catching Dottie again. They had a hell of a fight, and she bashed in the fucking back of the head with a bag of quarters. I was like, shit. I don't think that's gonna feel good in the morning. But yeah, she bashed in the back of the head with a bag of quarters, because fucking Carter don't play that shit. And then she arrested her ass, and then, there's this whole kind of conspiracy thing going on, where, there's a whole bunch of weird shit going on. Like, a lady was frozen in a lake, dead in a lake, during 100 in California, because she has to go to California, though, on this show, by the way, and she's frozen in a huge block of ice in the middle of a lake, but it's hot as hell. Like, how, like, so, it's like shit like that going on. You're just like, well, that's peculiar. And I kind of like how dude's just like, so what we got? It's weird. What kind of weird? Oh, that kind of weird. Like, it's just like, yep, another day in fucking Marvel world. But, like, I do think it's funny. And, like, the guy who she was into, I always forget his name, but he was kind of crippled. And I'm pretty sure he marries her, because I remember during Captain America Winter Soldier, which is why I love this show and this show so much, because it kind of harkens back to, scenes from other movies, and you're just like, okay, that's when, because she says in Winter Soldier, her husband, the person she ends up marrying and having kids with, is someone that Cap saved. And the guy in the show is obviously someone Cap has saved. So I'm about 90% sure they're gonna get together. And apparently during the season's maybe a year has passed, because apparently they have been together or socialized, and it didn't work out because there's this weird tension between them. It's kind of some weird kind of, like, really sad tension between them, especially since he's actually moving on and she's still kind of just stuck, And then she finally found a guy in the show who she is actually kind of interested in, He's like a scientist. He's like a scientist. It's kind of suave, and, like, she's not exactly swayed by this guy easily, but she doesn't get out very much. She doesn't socialize with many men, actually. I mean, in the ones she does socialize with are either her colleagues or pigs. So, you know what I mean? It's rare for her it's kind of rare to run into a guy who's actually not a pig, who actually is a more intellectual guy, who actually is kind of caressing her, and he's kind of handsome, and so it was kind of a, whoa, that's kind of nice, feel, until, he's sucked into a black hole called black matter. Man, that was a pretty cool scene and a pretty scary scene at the same time. I am curious of where they're gonna go with that black matter thing, because I'm just like, whoa, that was the first 2 episodes and shit just blowing up. Like, that was fucking insane. But I do love it. I'm liking the vibe of it. I love, like, if you're especially into those kind of time periods, it's a very good show for that. Apparently the next episode, Howard Stark is showing back up, so that's gonna be cool. I'm digging. I always liked Agent Carter, so Agent Carter season 2, check it out. The Flash was on at the same time. I didn't get to see it, so I might look at that later. So thank you for joining me on the show, and comment below what did you think about the Suicide Squad trailer, and did you see Agent Carter?